Max, what was your thoughts on Joshua's performance last week and also Wilder Fury coming up?
Remind me, what was last week?
Joshua Ruiz.
Oh. Did you say the judges or Joshua?
No, Joshua.
Joshua did what he had to do. He, an immediate rematch against a guy who knocked you out is a fight you don't have to worry about looking great. Win and move on. That's the most important thing. And George Foreman on Max on Boxing called this. He said, watch Ali Spinks too. That's what Joshua has to do. So I understand it. I would say it was good. It wasn't great. Great would have been, the big guy using the jab, you can do that and sometimes come forward. You don't always have to let the other guy build momentum coming forward. George Foreman against Joe Frazier, both hands on the shoulders, push straight back. It stood him up. That makes him vulnerable to shots, and it also breaks his momentum, pushes him back. And Joshua was capable of doing that behind the jab too. So I would give Joshua a B+ because it came off of a knockout loss. An A would have been, you don't have to knock him out, you don't have to get reckless, but you have to, just because you have the reach and the fight is on the outside, you can keep the fight on the outside and push the smaller man back. And I thought he could have done that a little more.
Disappointed with Ruiz?
Well, the disappointment is that Ruiz comes out and admits he didn't train hard for it feels like you're defrauding the public when you swear you're in the best shape, and as soon as the fight's over, you say, oh, next time I'll be in better shape. What, next time you'll be in better shape? Brother, everyone paid to see you fight this time. But
Joshua's mandatory is Usyk and also Kalev. How do you see those fights going down?
We got to see what Usyk looks like against Chisora or someone, right? Like, let's see what he looks like at heavyweight. I suspect Usyk's going to be a good heavyweight. I suspect. But I don't know until we actually, like, Chaz Witherspoon doesn't count. This isn't, 8 years ago. This is now. So we got to see what he looks like, but I don't think they're going to make that fight right now, Joshua and Usyk. I think if Usyk shows up against Chisora and he's more or less the same guy he was at cruiserweight, now think about the heavyweight division. Wilder, Fury, AJ, Ruiz, just based on the first AJ. By the way, Ruiz also went tooth and nail with Joseph Parker down under and barely lost that fight. Like, for a fat guy, he's in boxing shape. He can move it like he is. It's true. So, and now Usyk, if you add Usyk, that's a lot of top heavyweights.
Dillian White?
Yeah, Dillian White's a good fighter. I wouldn't say he's, it doesn't mean he can't beat some of those guys, but when I think of the top of the division, those are the names I think of. Fury's the lineal champ. He and Wilder got to sort that out. AJ is the guy who knocked Klitschko out and became a consensus champion before Ruiz. Ruiz showed his quality, and Usyk was a great cruiserweight, but now we got to see if he can carry the weight. To me, that's the top of the division.
Can Ruiz bounce back from this lackluster performance?
Ruiz is a natural fighter. He'll be able to fight. The question is, can he stay disciplined enough to give us the best version of him?
Assuming all's well with Spence, can he put in that performance as he put in tonight?
He is special. Absolute dynamite. Oh my goodness. Here we do is